Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is just a quick video for you guys on how to clear your subconscious negative programming. So I was talking with the client today through Skype, and we were just talking about her life and like some of the big goals she had, and something that she found that really held her back from being able to feel confident, from being able to feel worthy, from being able to feel present in the moment, to take action, to find the confidence, to have that strength, was basically a lot of these dark and negative thoughts that she had from just the past. And I completely relate with this. I have had, some trauma in my past and some abuse in my past, which has made it really hard for me to be able to feel confident, just to wake up every day to be who I am, to make certain choices, to come here on my YouTube and hit play, to continue forward with my plans and my goals and dreams. And these are basically voices that you hear in your head that tell you that you're not good enough, that you're not going to make the cut, that you're not going to measure up. It's not really a voice per se, it's just like your inner voice, your inner consciousness, your inner critic is like constantly fighting you and constantly butting heads with you, or just in the background kind of always being negative, always putting things down, always looking for, the glass half empty type of perspective. And so where does this come from? How did we pick it up? Well, there's a couple ways. One of the ways is when you're in early childhood, from ages 1 all the way up to age 8, your brain is very fragile. It is basically like a sponge, and it's soaking up whatever's around you. Now, in a perfect world, we're born into a perfect family, and they're nourishing us and they're comforting us, they're telling us kind things. There's peace and there's harmony in the home. But for a lot of us, that wasn't the case. Some of us had people who were bullying us or abusing us in our homes, or addictions or toxic behavior, gossiping, drama, lying, cheating, etc. Maybe for some of you guys it wasn't in your home, but maybe it's stuff that you picked up from society, maybe from like watching TV, or just seeing a lot of violence, or a lot of horror stories in the media, or it could just be from going to school, maybe having bullies in school, or maybe having an abuser, someone that you date, interacting with a psychopath or a narcissist. So many different ways, but basically in our mind we keep hearing this programming that we're not enough, that we're not worthy, just being bullied and being put down. Some of us have been through this, many of us have been through this, and so we go through life and we don't get the chance to really pick up any positive programming. Maybe there's a couple friends or people that we met along the way that were kind and said nice things to us, but if most of the people we're around are not saying nice things to us or about themselves, because we pick up a lot of this self-talk that our parents and that our families and that our friends and that our community has growing up. So it could have been from your society, or it could just be from the media and stuff like that, but basically you're getting this message over and over again that you're not worthy and that you're not good enough. And so this is how I see this happening in people who've been abused, and specifically myself, because I've been through this. You get to this certain point where you just break down because you can't move forward in life anymore, because underneath everything you don't feel good enough, and your inner programming is telling you you just can't do it, you can't function, or you're not going to do it in the right way, or it's going to just fail, or it's going to fall apart. It's like you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that's actually a symptom of the abuse that you received growing up, is you still, even though many years later you're older now and things have changed, there's still like an inner child inside of you who's still really scared and still kind of afraid to go out and to face the world. So how do we combat this? What do we do if our inner programming is working against us? If deep down, even if we say positive things and we want to believe the positive, if deep down our inner truth is really that we don't feel that way, how do we align ourselves so we feel that way? Well, the only way to really get out of that kind of mindset is the same way that you got into it. It's your programming. So you have to be very careful of what you're watching, what information you're allowing into your life, the music that you're listening to, the people that you're surrounding yourself with, the kind of places that you're going, the kind of activities that you're doing. But furthermore, I've found that meditation can really help to calm your mind. But I'm going to say one of the biggest things you can use is affirmations, because you have this programming, basically people telling you, I'm loved, I'm worthy, I'm wealthy, I'm kind, I'm happy, I'm generous, I'm open to receive, I'm manifesting all the things I want, I can take a next step forward, I'm ready for the next step, I'm ready for another challenge. If you have those kind of thoughts going on and listening to a recording of it, You can say it out loud, you can affirm it, you can just listen to it, you can just allow new suggestions in, and this is going to help. So manifestation, this is, you know, all about trying to take action to bring something about into your life. But you can't really manifest if you're coming from a place of just complete insecurity and unworthiness and just fear. And so I think that the affirmations were one of the main things that helped me manifest my dreams, including being here in beautiful Goa, India. I don't know if I would have been able to come here if it wasn't for actually trying affirmations. So those are just a couple of tips I have for you guys, but mainly just learning how to be present with the thoughts. And I talked about this with my client today. Being able to label the thoughts when they come in. Let's say you're walking around and you pass a mirror and all of a sudden you look in the mirror and you just start labeling yourself and you say these ugly words. You're just like, oh, I'm fat, or I'm too skinny, or I'm too tall, or I'm too short, or my boobs are too big, my boobs are too small, or I'm not worthy, and I just don't know how I'm gonna go out today or do anything. I don't feel good. Like when that kind of talk starts going, you all of a sudden you stop yourself and you realize and you recognize it, and then you ask yourself, where's this coming from? And the answer is, the truth is that this is coming from old programming, things that were said about you, old programming of the thoughts and opinions and beliefs of other people from throughout your life, or suggestions you picked up from your society or your community or how you grew up. And once you can realize that, okay, that's coming from the past, that's not what I choose to believe, that's not the truth about me. Simply by acknowledging it sometimes is enough, just to be like, oh, that's the abuse talking, or oh, you know what, that's the trauma talking, or you know what, that's the old programming, this is the new programming that I want to believe. That's where affirmations come in, because you can center yourself and actually be like, here's what I want to believe. So it's not about blocking your thoughts, it's not about stopping your thoughts, because if you just push them away and try not to think about it, they're just going to get worse and worse, because anything you resist persists. It's about actually being able to recognize the thoughts and like ask yourself where that came from. What side of yourself needs to be healed? Like, what side of yourself do you need to be present with? And in that moment, I think that moment is actually, you know, the mirror illustration would be part of me needing to be present with my true beauty and my true harmony and my true peace that comes from within and reflects to the outside. So this is kind of a process, you guys, but I think the main thing is recognizing it when it happens, affirmations to reprogram. My favorite affirmations, I love Jason Stephenson here on YouTube. Hopefully in the future I'll make my own, but for now I've been sending a lot of people over to Jason Stephenson. He has a really great one called I Am Beautiful. He has ones for manifesting money. He has one called Jason Stephenson Entrepreneur. He has one I listen to when I'm doing work to kind of like get in the flow. It's great. So I want you guys to pick a number 1, 2, or 3, and we're gonna see how you can, well, it's number 1, how you can clear your subconscious programming. So if you choose number 1, let's get started. So number 1, they're just going to give you guys a real quick message to sum this up. So they're saying you need to make a decision, because when you look at life, what you see becomes your reality. Okay, so when you look at life, what you see becomes your reality. So you need to look a little closer at your life, because right now when you look around, all you see is injustice. All you see are the bad things, and you keep manifesting more of that. So they're saying try to tune yourself to gratitude, because you've already been very present with the suffering in your life. Maybe it's time to start looking around at the positive things in your life. Start looking around and just trying to find something beautiful in the moment where you are. And I think that focusing on that is going to help. Like right here on the ground, there's a bunch of cow poop, okay? And one of us may have stepped in it. But we could focus on that. We can focus on the crap on the ground, or I can look around and I can see all the beauty around me. Does that make sense? So there's always going to be little things that are like kind of suck. Like earlier today, John and I got pulled over and we had to give them money, because they're just going to pull you over and make random stuff up to get money out of you. Sometimes that's how it goes. And so that happened, and we just were like, okay, whatever, and we just kept going. You know, we could have focused on that. We could have focused and like, we could have turned around and gone home, been like, oh, why even go out anymore? But we were like, whatever, you know? So we just kind of made it happen. You know, we saw a couple other people got pulled over. It just seemed like everybody was just getting collected from today. And so we were just like, you know what? Let's just keep going, not focus on that. Still having a great day. So I think, you know, being present with it is important if you need to like face some reality in your life that something isn't working. Maybe, oh, a butterfly just came by, it's like a message. Maybe you need some kind of change, but basically you need to just accept things kind of as they are and find the gratitude in the moment and to manifest your way to another reality. And they're saying find more ways to put joy in your day. Inside each and every one of us is an inner child that longs for laughter and sunshine and play. So what are you going to do today to play, to have fun, to get out, to change your perspective? I hope this helps. Peace out. Now, if you choose number 2, how can you clear your subconscious programming? Through having respect for yourself. I want you to make a list of all the things you most respect about yourself. Okay, I know that sounds silly, but make a whole list and make it fill up an entire sheet of paper, okay? And keep that by your bed for a while and read that right when you wake up in the morning and right when you go to bed. And I bet you will have a huge shift, because some more focus is just needed in this direction, this self-respect. Maybe even try the affirmations. They're saying that yes, sometimes in life things crumble, things break, things fall apart. Maybe there's a lot that's falling apart right now, and so you're triggered because in the past, maybe when things were falling apart, it was because of abuse or it was because of situations that were out of your control. But you have to remember now that you are the adult, you are in control, you get to flow with the universe in your own way, and this path that you're on right now is going to lead you to fulfillment. I'm sending you so much love and light with this reading. Peace out. Okay, now here's number 3, just real quick here. How can you clear your subconscious programming? So there's a message here about a soulmate coming in, like you connecting with someone in love, and maybe a lot of your subconscious programming has to do with like feeling like you're not ready for a partner, or just like kind of afraid to make a connection with someone in love. I see a lot of frustration here because of the past. You're still doing a lot of clearing work over the relationships you've had in your life. I see some toxic relationships, and so there's part of you that's afraid to extend yourself again in love and to extend yourself in friendship. But something I want you to look up that's going to help you is just go on YouTube and type in how to have healthy boundaries. Okay, I know that sounds simple, and some of us think, oh, I know how to have boundaries, whatever, no big deal. But I thought I did, and then I researched it and I learned about it in therapy and realized that boundaries are the main way that I can protect myself from people who are abusive or people who treat me poorly, the kind of people that put that programming in your head, you know, that makes you think that you're negative. And I think you're positive, you really want to believe in life and in love again and in friendship. And so it's all about who you surround yourself with right now. So they're saying go out into the world, make friends, open yourself, but protect yourself with healthy boundaries and definitely research it. So I hope that this reading helps you. I'm sending you so much love and light with this reading. Peace out.